Greetings and salutations, YouTubers and malefactors. We're back out here at beautiful Spokes in Lockhart, Texas, testing a bike out. So this video is going to be a little out of sequence due to a request from somebody at the WR250R Facebook page about testing this bad boy out, the Shinko MX216 9090-21. I do have a trail video of me riding when I just put the new race tech springs out here, but honestly, after having to deal with that god-awful Tusk Dsport, I decided that doing kind of a fresh start with a decent front tire might be a better idea. So if you like this content, like and subscribe. If you don't, feel free to criticize me harshly in the comments. Whip me, beat me, make me write hot checks. I also take payments in attaboys. But what we're also having out here is we're going to test out the race tech springs again. The Shinko MX216 front. We have the Sahara Moto tire goo in both tires and my homemade tank pads. See if this combination of things makes this bike a little bit better in the dirt. Now, one thing I've noticed already about the Sahara Moto tire goo is it makes it really hard to set tire pressure because it doesn't sling directly to the outside like the ride-on. So I had to angle my my valve stems straight up so I could actually lower the tire pressure without having the goo blast out into the tire checker, which has been a little bit of a headache. So instead of my usual format of just heading straight to the trails, I'm a little bit nervous about heading out to the track today because it is really busy out there on the MX track. We're going to start at the most challenging aspect for a tire, and we're going to go to the sand track and trails and see if maybe by the time I come back the full bore MX track's a little less busy, because I really don't feel like getting in someone's way that can legitimately ride MX. Goodness, well, that's a first. I need to adjust my clutch a little bit. I just didn't get enough beans. Alright, so I've set my tires to about 14 pounds. I might need to do an oil change on this thing. I'm going to try the sand track first. Now this is actually some pretty deep sugar sand out here. It was nearly unrideable on the Tusk Dsport front. So let's see if the Shinko MX does any better. Didn't want to take that one very hard. Granted, I have these new springs, but it doesn't negate that it's still a 290 pound bike. So I can actually hold a line with this tire. So this thing is definitely not a motocross machine, even with the new heavier springs. Let's see what we see about the trails. Whoa! Watch your head. Oh my goodness. So far this is a ton better. I haven't washed, and usually I wash when I first turn. I guess they're probably going to be rotating these trails soon. It's starting to get a little G'd out. Ooh, goodness, wrong way. Oops. Dramatically better than the Tusk Dsport front. I can actually point and steer the bike a bit. It's a pretty good combination for trails. The back breaks out a little bit, but not badly. It's predictable in how it breaks out. Kind of like riding an adventure bike. Here's the off Camber Hill. Not a problem. Oh, shift in the middle of the hill. I don't know why people say this bike lacks torque. It seems just fine to me. Man, it smells great out here today too. It might rain, so I'd love to put this thing through a mud test. I have a feeling this thing would be okay in the mud. There is one aspect that the Tusk Dsport does beat this tire at. This thing does want to climb out of ruts a little bit. But goodness. This thing blasts the Tusk Dsport and the hybrid. Oh crap. Don't want to piss off the cows too much. They only go forward. Sorry, cows. I saw some young horns on that one. I'm like, yeah, let's not get that thing angry at me. Okay, there's a lot of cows out here today. And me wearing red gear. Oh goodness, okay. Sorry cows, this might be the only trail ride I take today with all these cows out here. Watch your head. That's part of the reason you don't see me standing up a ton on this track. As there are spots you'll hit your head. Whew. I hate to admit it, but this heat's wearing me down a little bit. Say I like the stiffer suspension for most of this. It makes life a little easier, but the plushness did wear me out a bit less. Here, I'm definitely gonna get me some water. Watch your foot. So that's a little harder in the heat to do. I was kind of hoping it would rain a little bit. Not enough to close the track, but enough to cool things down a bit. Give me a little bit of mud out here. Feels nice to get a little breeze again. Goodness. Goodness, this tire is like super glue in these turns. Now you're asking why I didn't get the fatty tire? Well, the 90 has extra reinforcement on the intermediate lugs. And I heard a lot of reports about the intermediate lugs ripping off on this tire. Except for on the 990-21. There was no reported problems with that. And granted, it supposedly doesn't grip as well or enduro as well as the fatty, but since I do still ride my bike on the road a bit, I needed something that would be kind of more of an all-purpose tire. I'm not gonna lie, this thing's not amazing on the road. And you'll see that I actually put 100 miles on it. But yeah, it was 100 miles of highway and mixed gravel. I think you guys will like that video because I found a website that lets you find all of your gravel and dirt roads in an area nearby you. Now be careful, some of those are like bike trails of subdivisions, so you got to kind of pay attention, and I'll expound on that in the video coming up. Oh shit. Oh shit. That was a snake. And that was a copperhead. Hopefully I hadn't wrapped that thing up around my leg. Yeah. Sorry for the language, kids. Whew. God damn. That was a workout. I'm gonna rest for a few and then I'll try the track if it's a little less crowded. Goodness, shade tree is going away. Almost at 1,000 miles on this bike. Whew, I feel you, fan. It's mighty warm. Alrighty. So let's get some initial impressions. I like the bottoming resistance of the new springs, but it does make the ride a bit more harsh. I'll let this thing cool off a bit. Tire goo really doesn't make much of a difference here. So what do we think about this Shinko MX216? Well, honestly, this thing is like super glue. I love it. I even like it more than the Kenda 760. So sorry 760, you've been knocked out of my top trail tire. And the rocks and everything, it tracks straight, decent enough in the sand. I can actually hold a line in the sand. I can really rail this thing out on the hard packed trails, rocks, everything. Just eats it right up. Nom 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 nom. Out of a potential 5, I'd get this in the sand a 4, hard pack 4.5. The rocky terrain, I think honestly, is where it deflects the least out of all the tires I've ran. So honestly, I'm gonna give that another 4.5. And I didn't hit much mud out there, but the little bit of mud that I did hit, I'd have to give this thing a 5. I mean, like, there was a few turns of there that were low lying, a little snotty. Didn't even notice it, barely. So yeah, this is I would highly recommend this tire. So we've got a street ride coming up and a gravel ride. You get to see how it performs there. This is actually done after that video, but as I said, due to popular demand, I was going to go ahead and do this one first. If I have enough energy, I'm going to hit the MX track and see if I can find the full bore. I get a little more footage out here. In the meantime, I'm going to take a break. Whew. Well, I see some lightning in the distance. It's been kind of an interesting day today. So, here's all of our clouds rolling in. Looks like my ride might be cut a bit short. Maybe I'm going to try and hit the MX track and the vet track before we head out today. I'm going to try and stick it out for some rain, but I really don't want to stick it out for any sort of lightning of any sort. But we'll see what we've got going on here. Alrighty, I can smell the rain rolling in. So I'm going to try and get a little last minute stuff going before this becomes a mess out here. I feel like I can make the 7 mile loop before this rolls in, and normally they want folks off the land at that point. Oh. Looks like we got some folks about my speed out of the track right now. I still want to go out there with all the folks that are actually good at motocross. I know how frustrating it is to have to ride around somebody who's puttering around. Not so much lately, because, you know, I'm old, fat, and slow now. But let's see if we can get in a little bit before it gets really wet. Oh, I can smell that rain coming though. Well, it looks like my tires held pressure. I did hit a few cactuses and everything else to see, you know, if this tire sealant worked, but no guarantee that you'll end up puncturing a tire with that. Alright, so we've got to run on the sand track. I'll wait for this dude to go around because he's obviously quicker than I am. I'm going to try and hit the vet track real fast. I feel you, dude. This bike is definitely not graceful. pick a bad track. Finish my lap in GTFO. The lead sled out here. God. Alright, this springs help a bit, but now I can carry some speed on this and turn. Bike is still 290 pounds. I mean, for a dual sport it's light, but it's not a motocross track light. Woo! Woo! I'm sorry, bike, this was probably a bit rough on you. That was that was almost a bad day there. Alrighty, so let's see how much of this suspension I used. Tell you what, my body was definitely not enjoying that thump and bump. Man, still kind of bummed out. Finally get to ride and it's gonna get all lightning-y on me. Lightning-ish. Go all Louis the lightning bug on me. Tell you what though, there is a lot of wildlife out today. Alrighty, how much of suspension did we use? Every bit of it. That's not a surprise. I was actually being spirited on the MX track. So our age-old question, trash or treasure on the Shinko 216 MX? This one firmly falls under the Department of Treasure. I give you a shake, shakey shake, shake. Probably go with being a little more upright. But yeah, definitely Shinko 216 MX, I would wholeheartedly recommend. Quite an impressive piece of tire. Even works fairly well on the road. Well, sorry to run and gun, but me and Lightning aren't the best of friends. Well, have a good one, folks. Well, the ride was cut a little short, and this is just leaving Spokes. big reason I had to cut the ride short is that there's a ton of lightning out here. And it's a fair amount of rain. So at least the bike's gonna get a bath on the way home. Anyways. So I didn't get you guys any mud footage of this. It's just, this place shuts down when it starts raining hard, and I really don't want to get on the bad side of the folks out here because I really like this track. And it's one of the best tracks for testing out the limits of my bike. And at any rate, we're gonna get this video out a little earlier. I have quite a bit already loaded up, but we're gonna shift the order. And wow, that was a impressive lightning strike. I'm gonna kind of probably take it a bit easy until the race, the 17th of September. In the meantime, hope you guys enjoy the content. If you like it, like and subscribe. If you don't, feel free to criticize me harshly. I also take payment in attaboys. In the meantime, have a good day.